are you? Let me show you my surroundings. It's very beautiful here. And earlier today, I went to the immigration office to extend my visa, and I just wanted to share that process and maybe help someone else out because I thought it was going to be such a mess and such a hassle, but it was actually so much easier. So I expected to be there all day. I packed my book bag, I brought a meal, something to drink. I brought my laptop. I really expected to just be standing in line all day, to be waiting there all day, and it was nothing of the sort. So when I first arrived, the first thing I was told is I'm not allowed to bring a book bag in, so prepare for that if you want to bring something to keep yourself occupied and you have your book bag full of things, and you will have to leave your book bag outside with a lady inside of this little hut or kiosk. So luckily I brought a cloth bag and I was able to put my belongings inside of the cloth bag and bring that inside, but for whatever reason you can bring any other kind of bag, like a man's laptop bag, a briefcase bag, but you can't bring a backpack, which is really weird. So I left my backpack. I went inside, and this is for the Uhamiaji headquarters, which is the branch I went to, which is the main branch. So I don't know if people's experiences may have varied depending on which branch they went to. But this was my experience at the main headquarters, immigration headquarters at the Uhamiaji branch. So I went inside, and you go inside the building and you want to go into the first room on the left. So you walk inside, you go to the first room on the left, and you stand in line, and there's going to be different booths, and the booth all the way on the right is going to say visa. And if you want a visa extension, you're going to want to stand in that line. And there really wasn't a line. There was maybe 1 or 2 people in front of me. So I only waited maybe 5 or 10 minutes. And I was told I need to go across the street and I need to get a copy of my passport. And you want to have them copy the full face of it, of the pages with your signature and your face. And then you want the full face of the pages with one side that has your Tanzanian visa stamp, but you want to copy the whole thing. And the people across the street, they're right across the street, and that's all they do all day, so they know how to copy it. And so you can even do that before you even walk in, because you're going to wait in line and they're going to say, go across the street and bring us a copy. So you get your copy of your passport and your visa. And the copies actually cost me only 100 Tanzanian shillings per page. So for 2 pages, I paid 200 Tanzanian shillings, which is incredibly cheap. And I brought them back inside to the same booth, the same visa person, and I asked for a visa extension application. And he had to look for it. He couldn't find any. He took me to this back room and he was looking, shuffling through different drawers, and eventually he found one and he gave one to me, and there's no pens. So I had to ask someone. I asked even a worker there, they didn't have any pens, so I had to ask someone else that came, and luckily he brought a pen, and luckily he was nice enough to let me borrow it and fill out my form. Filled out my form, and I stood back in the visa line for the visa extension, and I handed in my 3 papers, my 2 copies, and the filled out visa extension form, application form. And he took it, and he took my passport as well. And I waited maybe 5 minutes after that, and he came back and my passport was stamped and I had my visa extension. I was only there maybe an hour and a half. It went by very, very quickly. I expected to be there all day because some other people left reviews on YouTube saying that they were there standing in line 5-6 hours and they had to come back the next day. And so from that review, I expected to be there all day as well, for it to be the similar process. But it was so simple. I requested a 2-month extension, but I only received a 30-day extension, but that's okay. Here's the streets, you guys. So much is going on. Oh my goodness. I'm in Africa. I'm in Africa. Yes. So, these are my African beads. My African jewelry. Oh my goodness. Ah! Okay, so stay tuned because in a couple of weeks, me and my cat will be traversing this gorgeous African terrain, about 10 plus hours from Dar es Salaam, Tanzania to Mombasa, Kenya via vehicle. I haven't decided if I'm going to take a private taxi or if I'm going to get on a private coach or some sort of bus transportation. But I am going to be traversing these African plains into the Kenyan, beautiful Kenyan country. And that's my story. And for anyone who's interested, my mother is actually half African, so I am 1/4. If you'd like me to do more of these videos, then please let me know. Bye!